For those who have been following some news with regard to immigration, there is what we call the biggest immigration reforms under the Joe Biden's administration were supposed to be passed since Democratic Party got into power. They came with what they call United States Citizenship Act of 2021. It was a big proposal. Inside that proposal, there are so many things. One of those items was to increase the number of the diversity visa lottery winners from 55,000 to 80,000. And another thing was to grant green cards for people who have been here for a little bit longer under what is called DACA. So that was part of it. But there are some difficulties to put that proposal on place. And the latest was they had a proposal, the Democratic Party had a proposal on what is called the Plan C, because some of the plan were rejected by its position called what is called the Senate Parliamentarian. For those who do not know, in order something to go to the Senate, has to go to the Senate Parliamentarian, who has the power to decide what should be going to the discussion and not. And the bigger discussion on this is a major part of the change in American regulations or in the law in general. So the biggest part of parliamentarian is you cannot pass this major impact in American laws through reconciliation process. So Democrats wanted to use the immigration reform or the proposal to add it into budget reconciliation process. For those who do not know, the budget reconciliation process is the process where you don't need 60 votes out of 100 senators. You only need the 51 votes. If you get 51 votes, game over. So that was supposed to be that way. And there is a limit how many reconciliation you are allowed to use in a fiscal year. So no matter what, parliamentarians rejected the first proposal. So Democratic Party or members came with another proposal. That proposal, again, on Thursday, December 16th, Senate parliamentarian also rejected what is called the Plan C, which was to provide what we call the parole, kind of like not giving them the green card or permanent residence, but to give the protection for 5 more years, where people under this category, which will be about 7 million people, who came to the United States prior to 2011, they could be given this type of protection, and for that particular case, they will be able to get the work authorization extension and will be able to continue working without any pressure in that particular sense. So, Democratic Party wanted to use the immigration reform in what they called BBB plan, and the BBB plan is Build Back Better Act plan. So while by the way, in case you didn't know, the Senate parliamentarian is also Democratic Party. So was proposed, has been there for that position. You have there for quite some time. The person was there during the Trump administration, has been this one, but it's a Democratic Party. So that is Senate parliamentarian on December 16th, on Thursday, rejected that plan. So, and the Senator Durbin from Democratic Party from Illinois, who is the key member in pushing that immigration reform, confirmed that the Plan C proposal has been rejected on that particular day. So that was one. But there is a key why I'm making this video today, even if it is only a couple days later. I'm making this video because the overall, what is called the BBB plan, Build Back Better plan, has been collapsing. And I can say it's already officially dead. Because why? So even if this plan is part of the BBB plan, there is a major problem within Democratic Party. Why? It's because there are so many bigger things in the BBB plan. And Democratic Party, unfortunately, doesn't want to negotiate with Republican. So if you don't want to negotiate, you want to go on your own to use reconciliation just to get 51 votes. So for those who do not know, up to now is a 50-50 Senate. The Senate is 100 people. There are 48 Democratic and 2 who are independent but affiliating with the Democratic Party like Bernie Sanders. So there are 50 and the Republicans are 50. So if you go with the reconciliation, all Democrats, let's say if they vote 50, Republican 50, the vice president who is the the president of the Senate will vote to cast the vote when there is tie, will be 51. But unfortunately at this moment, because of that quarrel, because of the things which are in BBB plan, there are things which they are going to cause a bigger inflation. There are things are going to be against the energy and other key issues, which some other senators are not agreeing with overall build back better within Democratic Party. So for that particular case, on Sunday, which day was that on Sunday? So on Sunday, on Sunday, which was, so on 16th, Thursday, Parliamentarian rejected. On Sunday, which was December 19th, Senator Joe Manchin, to proper pronunciation, Manchin from West Virginia. By the way, I lived in West Virginia. They are very wonderful people. Officially said he's not going to vote for that proposal. And he has very good reasons as to why he's against the BBB plan and one is against. So what does this mean? It means as follows. The U.S. Immigration, U.S. Citizenship Act overall, the Plan C, which was to create a parole, and the BBB plan have all collapsed. My advice, as a political scientist, obviously, if Democratic could talk with Republican and they agreed on so many issues to make this bipartisan, it will be easier to get some votes from other people. But if Democratic Party assume because they are 50, they will continue to push anything and use reconciliation to pass the 3, 4, 5 trillion. If one person decides to vote no, that's what is happening, which is sad at the moment. People are attacking Mancini. They are going to, even like in his house, they want to storm him, whatever, so many things, which bad things are about to happen to him. But when the time Republicans are voting with the Democratic, they say it's Democratic, that's Democrats. When Senator, for instance, rest in peace, John McCain voted, or Romney voted with the Democratic Party, we say it's Democrats. That is democracy. Someone can, that is the principle of democracy. You can vote whatever you want based on the interest of the people of your state. And now Mancini is voting for the interest of his state, is a bad guy. So, I don't know. There are things I agree in the proposal. There are things, so many things I don't agree with the proposal. So when you force and you want to push everything on your own as your agenda, these are major legislations which have major impact in American law. So you cannot push all these big things just because you are waiting for one vote. And this is what is going to happen. So until next time, we do not know what is going to happen for the immigration at the moment. And in the 2022, there is election, mid-term election. There is House of Representative election, and then there is overall. So in the House, obviously, there is higher chance the Republicans are going to be in charge of that one because they have been winning a lot, and now there is a difference is 4 votes or 4 seats. And if you go to look on what has been happening for the past year, Democratic Party, when it comes to the rating, approval rate is so bad. So things are happening. They have to change. They have to agree to work with the Republican on this major legislation. Otherwise, they are not going to accomplish anything. And it will be a total waste when their initiative, some they were good, but if you don't want to talk with other person, you are not going to go through. So now within Democratic Party, there is a block, and then after Democratic Party, you have to meet with the Republican, another block. So that's how it is going at the moment. Plan C is over.